Trying to reconnect. We're live. Okay.
We're live.
We're live.
We're live.
Yes.
Hi everybody, welcome to the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen. So tonight I've got Berina from Cakes by Berina with us tonight, and I'm really excited and looking forward to what she's going to show us with her wonderful smoothers. So Berina is going to actually show you tonight on how to cover a round cake with sugar paste. She's going to show you how to cover a square cake with sugar paste. She's going to use her amazing smoothers, and this is her brand new
Get a Grip Smoother.
Get a Grip. Did you get that? Get a grip.
Get a grip.
Well, kind of a bit of a poem going on there, don't you think? So anyhow, so we're quite busy in the kitchen. Okay, so while everybody's coming together, we're going to get John to do a few shout outs while our little audience builds. But also, let me tell you who's in the kitchen tonight. So first of all, we've got Berina and myself, and I'm going to leave Berina to do the cake. And she's never used Nifty Nozzles before. So I'm going to make some buttercream up for you. And when she's done the round cake, she's actually going to make a unicorn cake for you. So that's an extra bonus tonight, because she didn't know that was going to happen.
No.
And it will be fun to see a brand new newbie using it. So maybe interesting if I have to bail her out. But she's a professional, so hopefully not. She'll get it done. And then I'm going to do some cone cakes. So because of the colours, I just thought I would triple colour a bag for you. So I'm going to show you how to make the buttercream, that's perfect for the Nifty Nozzles. And then I'm going to triple tone a bag for you and just do some ice cream swirls with the 1M Wilton, okay? And then what else are we going to do? I forgot.
Aren't you going to do some Davies moulds?
I was thinking about doing some.
For the square cake.
Yes,
That would be
that's
nice.
what I was thinking of doing.
Davies moulds.
Davies molds. So, and then in the kitchen here, we have Maria. So, hello Maria. John, do you want to say hello to Maria? So, Maria, as usual, you'll see Maria bobbing around the kitchen, and she'll be doing her little videos that she always puts on Facebook later on in the week. And then if John flashes round to our photographer, you're gonna, this is Simon. So, Simon... So Simon is the guy who does all those wonderful pictures for us. So all the pictures that you see on our website are all done by Simon. And because Berina has an early flight out of here this morning, I've asked Simon to come in tonight and take some pictures of what Berina is doing while she's working. So it's quite busy in here. So let's just do a few shout outs first. Let's say a few hellos. Who's here, John?
We've got Lindsay.
Hi, Lindsay. Is that Lindsay McIver?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, hi, Lindsay.
First to join, Elaine Lawton.
Hi, Elaine. Happy birthday for yesterday, Elaine.
Rob Allen's here.
Hi, Rob.
Wendy Ann Preston.
Wendy
Halvey Mahajan.
Can you say it slower so we can say that?
Kat Riley.
Hi, Kat.
Elaine Lawton.
Got Elaine. Birthday girl.
Joanna Birkin.
Hi, Joanna.
Zoe Cocker.
So, hi, Zoe.
Nai Ayala. Louisa Paris.
So
Elaine Hollowell. Karen Naylor. Valerie Swarbrick. Martin Dursley. Farhat Mahmood. Angie Croft-Deacon.
I'm just going to let John shout them out.
Jenny Scholes.
Right, just while we stop, is there any Berina fans here? So are any Berina's followers? So let's get some likes and loves up if you follow Berina's page. She does have you have a Facebook page and a closed group, don't you?
A Facebook page and a group for cake
Yes,
makers.
we do.
Hi!
So, Berina, just tell us about your Facebook page and your closed group page. Why do you have two?
My Facebook page is mainly where I put my masterpieces, my works of art. And my group is for cake makers, where I give them tips on finish. We all share ideas actually, we inspire each other, we motivate each other. It can be quite a lonely job being a cake maker in your kitchen all
I know, I've seen you at
by
2 o'clock in the
yourself,
morning.
2 in the morning. And I do a lot of live myself on there and show them how I ice cakes.
She does some funny videos. I've been laughing at Berina when she does a video because I have the pleasure of John videoing us, but mainly because I can't see anything, the comments or anything, but Berina does it all by herself. So she makes me laugh. So you don't mind if I show them this, because I'm sure they'll recognise. I now think this is the Berina start of a video. Hi everybody. Not quite sure what that's about. Go on, Berina, do it. Show how you do it. Hello.
It's really hard when you've got the camera
Are you
facing
going
you.
red there, Berina? Anyhow, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to let Berina cool down for a minute, and I'm just going to tell you what we've got on offer today. Okay, so while you get yourself prepped up and let you get your normal glow back, so let me just take you over here. So these bundle deals, these are the Nifty Nozzle bundle deals. There's 14 Nifty Nozzles in this bundle deal. I did show you some of the cakes that I made last week. You get 14 Nifty Nozzles, you get the leaf tip. Now this is a perfect bundle deal if you've not bought the Russian piping tips. Do remember these are the genuine Russian piping tips made by Alexander, the original designer. And everybody who buys this set, it's about £50 normally, but I've got it on offer at $36.99. But anybody who buys this set gets this big one as well free. Now this one here is called Posy and it's $4.99. So the offer finishes from midnight tonight. I put it on last week and it probably won't finish at midnight tonight because I'll probably be up tomorrow morning when I take it offline. So that's that bundle deal there, and that's $36.99 and you get this $4.99 one free. So you're doing a massive saving. And then if John follows me around here, just to remind you of a couple of things, okay? So I've got the cone cake stands back in stock, so this is what I'm going to use tonight for you. It's back on the website. Don't know if any of you realise that we've been playing with this today, and Berina's going to use this for her horn, albeit she's not going to use the rose gold one, she's going to use the bronze. But PME have just brought out the new lustre spray, rose gold. We've got the dusted cornflour dusting pouch in. This is 100 grams. It's a bigger bag, 100 grams, and it's £2.75. And Berina's going to be using them tonight. Obviously, those ladies who bought the DK applicators, the pearls are in. Those are the metallics. So there's 5 colours of the metallics and 4 colours of the pearlescents. They're in stock. And I think, how much are they retail, John? Can't remember. I can't remember what they are actually, but anyhow, they're on the website there. We have started stocking Sugarpaste Direct. Okay, so Sugarpaste Direct is in stock. We've got it in 4 colours. The 5 kilo white, the 5 kilo ivory, the 2.5 pillar box red, and the 2.5 black. Karen Davies Sugarpaste I'm going to use it tonight as well because, but we've only got vanilla in stock. We're out of marshmallow. Not because we're out of marshmallow, Karen's out of marshmallow. This is the new Kerry Griffiths mould, the Dragonfly. Told you about that. All our icing sugars, just for anybody who's never used us before or seen us before. So if anybody's a newbie, say hi now if you're a newbie. But this is the Sugar and Crumbs flavoured icing sugars. There's 36 in the range, so I just thought I'd put them on the back there so you can see. All natural flavourings, all white in colours, apart from Jaffa Twist, chocolate milkshake, mint chocolate in the flavoured icing sugars. And these 2 cakes here are the 2 cakes that Berina is going to be sugar pasting tonight. So she's made these last night, ganached them this morning, and she's going to sugar paste those tonight. And then let me take you over here so we can carry on. Let's kick Simon out of the way for a moment. So I'll just bring you over here. So the cups and saucers range, I did tell you, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Soup in a roll, these are a great Christmas present, £10, fantastic for your dad. Soup in a roll, mince pies and mulled wine, another one. Hot chocolate marshmallows, coffee and cake. We've got this lovely strawberry one, snack set here, this is lovely. And we've got tea and toast. We've got some new smoothers in from Cake Star, not smoothers, these are combs, sorry, pattern combs. Okay, for edges round, if you want that funny scrapey edge thing. And this is for a smooth edge. And then there's some more flavoured icing sugars up there. Okay? So what I'm going to, and the other thing is, what I'm going to do is, you'll hear me in the background. Okay? You coming over here?
Yeah.
Right, so you will hear me in the background. I'll just go nip background over Berina. 1 second.
A very composed Berina.
Oh, yes, you got back to normal colour, Berina.
A very composed Berina.
Go on.
I can't because I'm not.
They're all going to be watching
Kind
it.
of
You have to do it sideways, don't you? Yeah, that's what you do. But you're not usually smiling, usually.
I know, 'cause I can see myself. I'm truly off. I'm very composed now.
Okay, so I'm going to be in the background making some buttercream. I've already made some buttercream and I'm going to make a batch for you later. But I'm just going to get the buttercream ready for the nozzles for Berina when she does her sugar pasting. And I'm going to leave you to it now.
Okay.
Yeah, good. So anybody else said hello? So ask questions, John?
Yeah, we have had a few newbies, but they've all flown past.
Right.
We've got someone in from New Jersey, I noticed.
Ah, fantastic. New Jersey.
Yeah.
Good. Very, very good.
Someone else from Cornwall. Sorry, I've missed the names because they've all flown past so fast. Right, sorry, Berina.
So we're going to cover the 6-inch round first. We're going to use the Get a Grip Smoother. We're going to use my new spacers, which are on your website as well, Carol, now. They're on the website, aren't they, Miriam? They're on the website. These are 3mm thickness, so they give you the perfect thickness for an even finish on your cake and sharp edges. To get the sharp edges on this one, we're going to use the new upside down method plates as well. So we'll put that upside down, and we're going to be using Sugarpaste Direct, which those of you who do follow me on my group and page know that I love and prefer. And I'm going to be trying this today. I usually use just a sifter, so this is a little bit luxury for me, actually, puffing it rather than trying to scrape it along the worktop and make it work. It kind of does it for me, so hopefully I'll get one for myself as well.
Yeah.
So for the 6-inch, I'm going to grab it. Do we have some greaseproof paper? Sorry, I should
Oh.
have grab it forward. So my ganache has had time to set. Okay, so it's nice and solid. Thank you very much. I can lift that by the sides if I want to, if it's nice and set. For a 6-inch cake of this height, I would start with around 600 grams of sugar paste. I will have excess that I can wrap up and save. So that's about 5 inches tall.
Just while you listen, when you want John to move on to something else, just send them over my way and I can tell you what I'm doing. We'll share it between us.
Nearly there.
We've got a question here from Susan. Do you ever use buttercream on your cakes before the fondant?
As your crumb coat.
I used to, but I find ganache is easier.
I think ganache is better.
Saves you a lot of trouble. Any issues you have in the heat, use a high ratio of chocolate to cream. In the summer, it's fantastic. Less chances of melting disasters. I've never had one, luckily, but
You
ganache
just use buttercream in between your
in
layers.
between the layers. I filled with buttercream. But this can be done and used with buttercream. You don't have to switch to ganache. But I personally much prefer ganache. So I'm going to activate the gum and sugar paste, you need to knead it a little bit. Now, I use a little bit Trex to knead in with. When you're kneading sugar paste, try not to grab a load and fold it over, because if you do that, you create an air bubble in here, which will create you extra air bubbles in here. Do you have a pin or anything, Carol?
A pin?
Yeah. Forgot to bring a pin.
Does it have to be a big pin or does it have to be
No,
a very
just
thin
a
pin?
little pin would do. Any sort of little pin.
Does something like this do? This little cocktail stick thing.
Yeah, that'll do for now because it's a demo. It's fine. So you're kneading, you're kind of massaging it rather than folding it over.
So if you had to use buttercream, what advice would you give?
Use Lurpak buttercream. Am I okay to say that? Yeah. Lurpak buttercream sets a lot firmer. And I would advise that you crumb coat the cake the night before. Thank you, Carol.
Yeah, food sticks.
Brilliant. Crumb coat the cake the night before. You leave it out on your worktop overnight to crust. And that crust will be solid enough for you to then cover it with sugar paste without sinking or melting under your hands. If you're worried about flies or anything in the kitchen, they do these amazing nets now. You can just put the net over the cake on the worktop. Don't seal the cake over with anything because the buttercream needs that air to dry. So I think this is buttercream from last week, isn't it, Carol? That's solid.
It's solid, yeah. It's from a few weeks. That's from a few weeks.
Okay, well that's a bit too solid. I don't advise you leave it for a few weeks, but overnight we'll crust enough and use a quality butter. The best one is Lurpak. Other ones, cheaper alternatives, do taste like Lurpak, but they don't crust as well. They don't go as firm. So use Lurpak and leave it overnight.
How long will a cake with ganache and sugar paste last out of the fridge but in a cool place?
Depends on when you baked it. Depends on when you baked it. I advise my bread and cakes, I bake everything fresh, I don't freeze. 5 days I say for mine. It can be longer. We've done tests where we cut them after 6 weeks and there's nothing in them with any mould. They're not edible, they're not tasty. But
personally, I agree
everybody has their own.
Yeah, I agree with you. Personally, if I make a cake, I want to make it, get it out and give them like 3 days to eat it.
Yeah.
But I'm amazed how many people will keep it in a box and keep eating it for weeks afterwards. But I mean, I won't tell them.
Yeah, I've had customers say they've cut it after 10 days and it's delicious. I didn't advise them to do that.
No.
Ooh, look at that.
Because they've got to remember this is a homemade cake, not a factory cake from Asda or wherever you get it from.
I think if you use ganache, once you've boiled the cream, it changes anyway, so it's not fresh cream anymore. It's, I would say, more sterile. Okay, so that's...
Is there any chance that we could post your recipe for ganache?
Yes, and you can get it on my group. There's actually a video that I did. I might actually do one for my page. So I use a 4:1 ratio of white chocolate to cream alternative. The chocolate I like to use is Tesco's Own or Belcolade. Depends on whether you want to go for the, everyday chocolate that's available in the supermarket or a Belgian chocolate. That's the two I like. The cream I like to use Glen Delight because it's in a Tetra Pak and I don't have to nip to the shop every day for cream. The amount of baking I do and the amount of ganache I need to make, I can't pop out for cream all the time. So 4:1 ratio for white chocolate, 3:1 ratio for milk chocolate. So that would mean 400 grams of white chocolate to 100 ml of double cream.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll this out now. Is that okay? Before I roll it out, I'd like to wet this cake a little bit. Sorry. So you can spritz this with a bottle, you can airbrush some water onto it, cool boiled water. For what I have here, I'm going to just dab it with a little bit of wet kitchen roll. I want to make sure I cover the whole entire cake. Make sure you use a quality kitchen roll so it doesn't shred when you're doing this. Make sure you cover everything. Make sure the edge is wet as well because you don't want an air bubble around this edge. Okay. And we're going to use the spacers to roll out the sugar paste to exactly 3 millimeters.
Is the cake room temperature before covering?
Yes, even when I ganache, I leave it overnight usually. Well, we didn't have overnight this time, but we leave it for the day.
And cake got ganache this morning,
Yeah.
so it's going out. But normally you should leave it overnight. Just to move it.
Rolling this out. See how there's not any air bubbles in the sugar paste yet?
Have you explained about those wonderful spaces of yours?
Yes. I'll get some more corn flour under here because this is sticking for me because... There we go. Did we get that pizza cutter, John? Oops.
Where's that piece of cutter? Is it in your work bag? Is it definitely there? You remember?
Of course, I don't forget things.
Do you not?
Where did you get the rolling pin from?
It's Carol's rolling pin.
Oh, okay.
You like somewhere you work, Becky, son?
These bags, little sifting, these cornflour bags are brilliant because if you use a sifter, you get big blobs of cornflour under your icing, and those blobs of cornflour can cause air pockets when you put it on your cake. So to prevent that happening, these are actually brilliant. This is the first time I'm using it, so I like it. I've been spoilt rotten here with materials and lovely things I can use.
We've just got a couple of people who've just joined us. Is there any chance just going back to the beginning and explaining what tonight's session is about?
So we are doing sharp edges on a 6-inch cake, round cake, and we're also doing them on a square cake. And we're using my new Get a Grip Flexi Smoothers, and we are also using an upside down method plate. So we're also using my new 3mm spacers. I'm going to cover this before this dries, the sugar paste, because if it dries it can crack. So where did that pen go? Carol gave me a lovely pen, but I've lost it. Does anybody see a little wooden stick? No? It's alright. I don't really have any air bubbles anyway, so
yeah.
We're good. So to cover, I put the rolling pin back down. Oh my goodness, I would have never seen that.
Camouflaged.
That's brilliant. Right, I have one tiny little air bubble because of the way that was needed. No other air bubbles. Lovely and silky smooth.
The pleasure of going live, Berina, is your husband leaves something in the van and I have to go outside where it's pouring down rain. You see me now? Eh?
Colin will be sitting there watching. Well, that'd be something I'd do.
Yeah,
if you're
exactly.
watching Colin, that's something you would do.
So thanks John for that.
Right, so to cover, put the rolling pin back down, leave your spacers there so it doesn't dent the icing. Flip it away from you. Good quality sugar paste, shouldn't stretch too much when you do that. Okay, so I'm going to go over here and cover now. If you want to go around here, Simon, and you can get some pictures of this part. Okay, so make sure that's not too far, you're not using too much there. Use your rolling pin to cover your cake. Simple as that. Quality sugar paste doesn't tear on the edges. So the first thing I'm going to do is seal these edges because I don't want them to rip. Okay, so very quickly seal them. Get any air bubbles out the top. Edges are sealed. Okay. A little bit at a time, undo these plates. I'm trying to do this as quickly as I can because sugar paste can dry quite fast. Don't want it to do.
What's the brand of icing that you're using again, please?
We're using Sugarpaste Direct. So I call this butterfly fingers. You kind of just undo it and you just very gently pat it down so you don't mark it. that's my fault. I got a tiny little rip there. If you do get any little rips,
That's
you
the thing,
use...
because they do want to know how to deal with
Yeah.
it.
Or let me just get this bit covered. If you do get any tiny little rips, you use the rough side of the smoother and you blend, okay? So I will probably rip a bit in a second on purpose and show you how we might be able to blend that and patch that up, okay? So go around with the pizza cutter. That's a fancy pizza cutter.
It's a nice brand, that's my time.
So to cut neatly around the cake, it's little by little. Don't get pizza cutter happy and just try to go all the way around. A little bit at a time. I like using greaseproof paper there because it doesn't have a mind of its own like a turntable would, and I can control when I want to turn it. It's not turning away from me. So say if we have a bit here that we're going to pick out, okay, we've broken that, get a bit of icing, okay, and pop that in there and get a little smoother, and just like when you contour your face and you're blending your concealer, you blend that away, okay? So before this dries, got a big air bubble there. Get your air bubbles as quickly as you can, preferably with an acupuncture pin or something, or very thin pin, okay? I'm a messy worker, can you tell? Torn a bit there, that was totally my fault. So we get one of the upside down method plates, we'll pop it on top of the cake. Now these are textured like the smoothers, okay? They're not going to crease and crinkle. If you were to get a bit of greaseproof paper, flip that over into a drum, they're not going to crease your edge like the greaseproof paper or the drum would. They won't stick like it would, so it just keeps everything nice and tight. So get that to the edge, get your hand underneath.
Hold on with that picture in a minute.
You ready, Simon? Simon?
Yeah. Just so anybody knows, we've got Simon here taking some pictures. Ready?
Yeah.
Flip. Okay? Okay? So for 6-inch, 5-inch, 6-inch, 7-inch cakes, I recommend a 10-inch plate. For 7-inch, 8-inch, 9-inch, 10-inch, I recommend a 12-inch plate. And there's round and square, so you can pick which ones you prefer. So we've got the cake upside down. I'd like to clean my hand just.
Do you want a tea towel?
Yeah, I'm good.
Are you okay?
Yeah. So a not so pretty cake at the moment. We have a grip smoother. Now the problem, these are great, but one of the issues that people came to me with was slipping out my hand. I can't get a grip. Can't get a grip. So that's why I thought I would get a grip. But these, they have a backing, so you get a grip. Okay? So up against the cake, round and down. You're manipulating the icing, you're pushing it down, okay? You can rub back and forth. The problem people were also having is when they were doing this the traditional way is they were getting this line around the rim, which is really irritating because once it's there, it's not going away. Another tip I have for you is sit down when you're doing this, because if you're standing up, you put a lot of your body weight on top of the cake and you end up crushing the ganache. Okay, so if you sit down, you're not encouraged to put on as much weight on top of the cake. You're just holding it down, you're not pushing it. If you cut a bit, that's okay. Blend it in. Your worktops are a lot higher than mine, Carol, so I'm going to stand up for this one.
My worktops are what?
A lot higher than mine. I suppose I sit at my table.
Yeah.
Now this side I actually ripped it a little bit because I wasn't very careful, so I'm going to cut that. You see how you can actually cut the sugar paste there? Pull it away, smooth that down, and that's going to give you a lovely crisp edge. Okay. So if you've made a mistake and cut it, you can rectify that, no problem.
Can you just explain why you turned the cake upside down?
Because one of the problems we had doing it the traditional way, smoother on top, smoother at the side, is you get a line across here. The upside down method seems to eliminate that and makes things a lot easier and faster. We can show you the other way as well, so we'll do some of this and then we'll show you the other way too. And then you can see which one you prefer, because everybody works differently, so we have both options here. Okay. So let me get this side done.
So Sarah has asked if she's made white ganache today at a ratio of 3 to 1. Can she add more chocolate now, or does she start again?
As long as the ganache is remelted a little bit in the microwave and is soft, she can melt some more chocolate and beat it in. Stir it in really, really well with a hard plastic spoon or a wooden spoon, so she can add extra in. So see how that smoother is actually not going anywhere, it's not slipping. If I go back to this one.
We've got somebody from Costa Rica.
Hello!
How have they got in from Costa Rica?
Right, before I smooth all of this, if you get a little bit of excess up here when you're smoothing stuff, you can just take a sharp knife and trim that off, okay? Take a sharp knife and trim it off. It's a really neat finish up here as well, okay? So I'm going to flip this back around and show you the other way that you can get a sharp edge. Is that alright?
We've got Farah from Dubai and Ellen from Gloucester.
Oh, fantastic.
International audience tonight.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So we have bits with a sharp edge now, we have bits without a sharp edge. I will show you on the bit without a sharp edge.
Can I look at the, can I get anything on the sharp edge bit? We've got Marietta from South Africa. Noelia from Texas.
We've got a sharp edge here, okay, we don't here. So if you're doing, say, like a 12-inch cake or something, you want to do it round this way. You put this on top of the cake, you make a little window with your index finger and your thumb, and you're watching through that window. These two smoothers are touching, and it's these two plastics touching that create the sharp edge. So you just rub sideways. If you hold a smoother like this, okay, sorry Simon, I'm just...
Do you want me to take that picture, Simon?
If you hold a smoother like this, okay, what seems to happen to people naturally is they are so keen to get the sharp edge that they work really, really hard on it and they get a tapered effect cake. We want to stop that happening, so the way to stop that happening is to distribute an even amount of weight onto the cake with these 4 fingers, okay? Even amount of weight distributed on there. And that keeps everything nice and level at the sides as well. Okay? And that's what the Get a Grip Smoother makes it really easy with. Okay. Don't push down too much on this. See, you're getting a sharp edge, but for me, the upside down method is a lot sharper. It takes like sharp edges to another level, which is great.
Everybody likes those sharp edges, don't they?
Everybody likes them. There are some cakes that suit a beveled edge, but for me, I prefer a nice sharp edge. So, I'm going to finish this one. I've got an air bubble there. Carol, do you want to do anything?
Do I want to do one there?
And then we'll go into the square.
Well, what I can do is I can
Nonsense.
actually show them how to make buttercream. So just hang on a second.
Okay.
Just get lots of people.
And I'll just get this. I'll just
And
get
then
this.
I can use Simon and Maria, and then look at taking some pictures for you. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go over to you, Carol.
I'm going to flip it back upside down because I prefer upside down. I prefer upside down.
You prefer the upside down method? Right, so just wait a minute, John. So sorry guys, I'm here busily preparing buttercream for Berina, and if I look wet and bedraggled, that's because John had forgot the, what's it called?
Pizza cutter.
Pizza cutter, left it in the car, so I had to rush in the rain, so I've now got a frizzy mop. So let me just do that. So Berina is actually going to do a unicorn cake tonight, and I'm actually preparing the colours for her, and I'm going to use the same colours on the cone cakes as well. So let's put that there. So she's gonna, this was just a rough version that Laura did. Anybody who watched us in June, Laura quickly just added this on. She was doing some pavlovas with the Mrs. Whippy, and then she just thought, you know what, this is a styrofoam cake, so she just quickly whacked some buttercream on. But the main thing was to show you how to use the nozzles for your unicorn cake, okay? So Berina's actually going to do it on this cake that she's sugar pasting at the moment. Now we do have a bundle deal for the unicorn cake, and in there you get 5 nozzles, okay? You get the 5 colour splash, which are the colours that are on here, which I'm mixing tonight. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you get the jasmine, the ruby, the sunflower tulip, the starburst, the Wilton 1M, and that's a bundle deal of $19.99. Now anybody who orders this bundle deal, I'm throwing in a free bag of icing sugar. So all you have to do is in the order notes, so when you order this, in the order notes or delivery notes, just put in which flavour you would like free. If you don't put in a free flavour, we'll just throw in whatever one we've got to hand. So everybody who orders this, they're saving money already because I've reduced, this is a $19.99 bundle, and then I'm also giving you a free bag of icing sugar.
And
So,
just on the smoothers,
just on smoothness, do you want to go? That's a really good question.
when are they available?
They're on the website now. They're on a pre-order, okay, and we've actually sold lots on pre-order, but this is Berina's brand new item, and because I wanted to get it on the website straight away, she's only just been making them. Now she gets them back Monday. You'll have them all ready for Monday, aren't you? So she gets them all back this weekend. They'll all be packaged up and they're coming out to us Monday, Tuesday. So they're coming over from Ireland, so hopefully we should get them Wednesday, Thursday, and then we're dispatching next Friday. So if you want to order them, they're on the website, you can order them, but do remember they won't be dispatched at the earliest till maybe next Thursday or Friday, and anything else you order will come with that order as well. So it won't be a separated order, it'll all come together then. Okay, and they're on the website, and don't forget, if you spend over £30, you get free delivery as well. Yeah,
And
so...
can you just run through the nozzles that are in the unicorn bundle again, please?
Yeah, of course I can. You want to just come around there, John? Can you reach? Okay, so there's 5 nozzles in the unicorn bundle, so let's just talk you through them. Okay, there's the summer tulip, okay, the starburst. Now the summer tulip is this yellow one, so we've done that in yellow, and then we've got the starburst, which we've done in blue, and then we've got the rose. Okay, this one's called ruby, so you can see the rose. Then we've got jasmine, or night jasmine, I can't remember which one's called, but it's one of the jasmines, which is the violet one. And then we've got the 1M Wilton, okay? And that's the 5 there. You get the violet colour, the jade colour splash, the lemon colour splash, the pistachio and the pale pink. And as you all know, I'm a massive fan of these gels. There's not really any problem with any gels. You know, I've used them all and there's no problems with any of them. The reason I like these...
It's a jasmine, not the night jasmine.
Is it the jasmine? Who's corrected me?
Laura.
Is it our Laura? Well done, glad she's watching tonight. So Laura, you've not had the baby then? The reason I like these is because you get this nice little tip and you can just squeeze out drop by drop how much you want. These should be a bit cleaner really, but they start off, I've just opened the lemon tonight, so they start off and you just cut a little hole there and then just pop a drip out by drip. So Laura made this one way back in June, as I say, on a styrofoam cake. Berina's actually never used Nifty Nozzles tonight, so she wants to have a go at them for the first time. So live, she'll be doing that. So let's see how she gets on with those. And then while I'm here, I'm just going to make some buttercream for you guys. So there's going to be a lot of noise in the kitchen. Do you want John back yet, Berina?
Yeah, can we just show what this looks like when it's flipped over?
Yeah.
So once you've got your sharp edge, you know you have a sharp edge when, I've made these clear still for a reason. See this clear bit at the bottom? When that is flush with the cake, that means the sharp edge is created. Move on to the next bit. Okay, so that's flush. If there's a gap in between the cake and this smoother, it means there's still a beveled edge. So keep going. Once it's flat against it and it's flush, you have a sharp edge. When you finish, you can just go around here and smooth anything down with one of these little smoothers. So you do get all of these in the pack. You get 2 large ones, one of them's a Get a Grip. You get a medium one, 3 inch by just under 6 inch. You get 2 of these small ones, and you get this dainty little dinky cute one, which is brilliant for blending. Absolutely brilliant.
I don't know what the little one was for.
They're great for cutting too. So, and you also get your angled ones for your square corners. So I'm going to demo them next. But what I want to show you is what this looks like when we flip it back round.
So how many smoothers do you get and how much are they?
They're $11.99. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 for $11.99.
Yeah.
And we sell the plates as well?
We sell the plates.
As well.
We have 10 inch square, 12 inch square, 10 inch round and 12 inch round. Yeah. For all of you who already have my spoolers, there is an upgrade of just one Get a Grip. Okay. If you don't have my smoothers already, you need the full kit. But if you already have them and they're not worn and you don't need the full set again, there is the upgrade, which is on Carol's website. And that's how much, Carol? She knows better.
I remember.
£5. £5 for the upgrade. Yeah. Okay? And the full set's $11.99. Oh yeah, these are on as well. The spacers are on and they are $9.99. And that's it. So I'm going to flip this round, is that okay?
You're going to flip it around now?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Okay. So flip. Put that down.
Do you want the grease spoon, please?
Nah, it's okay. When you pull your fingers out and if there's a little bit, just blend it, okay? So just take this off.
And we've got a nice flat cake.
Flat top, perfect top, okay? Don't need to worry about that because that's a giant smoother, pretty much.
So what does everybody think? Are we getting a round of applause?
Yeah, are we getting
any
any hearts and thumbs up? Are we getting love?
Yeah, we want love.
We want love, we want lots of
We have to wait. So the audience will see all the love and love hearts before we do.
Yes, they're all coming in now.
Oh,
Loads of
that's
them.
what
Loads of them.
Hey,
Thank
look
you.
at that, eh?
Thank you.
You can pull those funny faces all the night.
I know. I do know, don't I? But it feels so strange when
But
you
that
don't
is
know.
fantastic though,
Oh,
isn't
loads
it?
of them.
Nice and
Look at
flat.
that.
Look at that. See the bits that I ripped?
Yeah.
The bits that I ripped are actually pretty good.
Look,
Yeah.
you see how flat.
That is perfect flat level tops. Can't get any better than that, really,
No.
can you?
It's just done.
Yeah.
And how easy did you make that?
That was easy, wasn't it?
Yeah, I might have a go myself.
I think you can.
Yeah. What then?
We can have a go and
I'm
swear.
not going to go live, no chance. I have
to go
enough
live
traumas
here.
going live as it is. Is there any more questions, John?
Not at the moment, no. Oh, somebody's just looking for the web address.
The web address is www.sugarandcrumbs.co.uk. On the website, you've got the shop and you'll see Cakes by Berina, or you can go to brand and drop down the menu there. You can go Cakes by Berina. Also, the Sugarpaste is there. If you go by brand, you'll be able to find lots of things. Because if you go by brand, look for Cakes by Berina for all her products. Look for Sugarpaste Direct in Cake by Brand, Shop by Brand. And you'll find Nifty Nozzles there, which you'll find the bundles. But anybody who's on Facebook at the moment, if you go to our Facebook page, and I don't know whether you pinned it to the top, did you? Right. So Maria's pinned tonight's session, only the announcement of tonight's session, because obviously the live hasn't finished yet, but she has pinned tonight's announcement to the top of the page with all the links where you can buy everything.
And the price is remaining the same, isn't it? This is not a special pre-order price, is it?
No.
So the price is remaining the same.
They're remaining the same.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm a bit fussy, so I had to fix that bit because that bit wasn't sharp enough.
Yeah, okay, a bit sharp again. Right, so let's make some buttercream then, okay. So the winter's coming now, the cold nights are coming in. So if you remember in February when I was talking about making buttercream, and anybody who's on my classes, and by the way, classes, Berina does classes, and she's going to do them here in Stockport, Manchester. So anybody who's in the Manchester area, watch out for an email, join Berina's page or our page, and she's going to do your first class with us in April.
April, yes.
So anybody from the Manchester area who wants classes with Berina, she's going to put some classes on there. We're not sure which one she's going to go with first yet.
Possibly a wedding cake class.
A wedding cake class?
Yes, with
Wedding
lustering, stenciling, stripes, and a rose, sugar rose.
Yeah. So that will be here at the Sugar and Crumbs house, my house. So in the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen, we're going to use the bigger part of it, and Berina's going to set up and then do classes for you. So do look out for that announcement. I do Nifty Nozzle classes every month. September is full, but I've got places for October. I'm not doing any in December. I might do some in January, depends yet. So when I talk about the buttercream, when I first started doing the Facebook Lives in February, the weather was cold, and leaving the butter out overnight, even though the heating was on, the butter was still quite firm. So what I suggest is, now the winter nights are coming in, when your butter's been out for a while, you do need to be able to push a thumbprint on it. So put it in the microwave, take the wrapper off, put it in the microwave for 15 seconds. Now, Berina likes to use Lurpak. Personally, I've only ever used supermarket own. It tastes just as good, but maybe that's because I'm using our flavoured icing sugars. So to me, butter is very expensive at the moment, so I just use any supermarket brand's own, and I find it all perfect. It doesn't matter where I get it from. So in the microwave for 15 seconds, a slab of butter, okay? And that's only for the winter, all right? And then all I'm going to do is give it a really good beat. So I'm not going to have you here watching this, beating this for a while, but let's put it on high. Give that a good go. And the thing with the buttercream is, really whisk your butter for a few minutes, okay? So try and get it as white as you can, and it will go white. The benefit with Lurpak, and I'll tell you another good one, I used it the other week, I used Marks and Spencer's own, and that was beautiful. That really is lovely and white. And I have to be honest, I can't believe today about that, wasn't I? The Marks and Spencer's one, and that's not dear. I'm sure that was only $1.20 a packet, which is the same as Tesco's own, but I may be wrong. So we're just gonna. You do need to keep scraping down your bowl, because when you're using a mixer, what will happen is it'll just be on the outside. So we need to keep scraping down. So you girls who've been following me know that I'm always on about trying to get this as white as you can. So if you can just bear with me while I get it on the mixer again. Sorry guys, I missed it out of your view then. But let's get this over here. I'm just going to blast it on again. So while that's blasting, if John has a look here, and I hope you can hear me, I've been making a lovely mess ready for Berina. Okay, so I've been making the colours with the colour splash. I just used a drop of the jade. Then I've used a drop of the violet. We've got the lemon there. Okay, the pink is here. So John just puts those out. I've only used a drop. And the colour splash, the pistachio colour is still in the bowl because I haven't used that one yet, but I will do in a minute. Okay? So that's what I was doing while Berina was demoing. So let's get this off again. Just 1 second. Right, so I'm just going to speed things up. I'm using cherry bakewell flavoured icing sugar tonight. I love the cherry bakewell.
I haven't tried that.
It's
one
lovely. Now, I do say, if you want to, you can dilute our icing sugars. Personally, I don't like them. You don't dilute them either, do you?
I don't dilute them, I like her.
So, personally, I don't dilute them myself, but I know some of you do like to dilute them. There's 36 flavours, so there's one for everyone. You can see how lovely and white it is. I've not sifted this icing sugar either. I never sift the icing sugar. So, and we only use premium flavourings and we only use natural flavourings, okay? So all the flavourings are white in colour apart from the chocolate flavourings. And that is mint chocolate, Jaffa Twist, chocolate milkshake. We do a cinnamon swirl, a Christmas punch and an apple crumble. And that's got cinnamon in and that does come with a little beige colour. But you can colour those as well. So you'll see that I'm chopping in the icing sugar, and the reason I'm chopping that in is simply because if you don't chop it in and you turn the mixer on, you're just going to have a massive big cloud in the kitchen. I won't be able to see through my glasses, and my crystal chandeliers here in the kitchen will be covered in the stuff, posing there with my crystal chandeliers. They are from Marks and Spencer's and plastic. They just look good. So, anyhow.
Nice cake stand out then, you know?
Pardon?
You can make a nice cake stand out
Yeah, they
then.
look nice. Want to show
Can
them?
we show them? Can we show them this bling?
They're my crystal chandeliers.
Who thinks that would make a good cake
I
stand?
think it'd make a great cake stand. We need a big cake. Anyhow, so we've chopped in the buttercream. Now at the moment we're borderline because the weather's crazy at the moment. I don't know how many of you have been having the heating on, but we've had the heating on one night, heating off the next night. So, so at the moment, I don't feel that we need to add anything else to this. But come the winter, I'm going to advise that you add a couple of tablespoons of condensed milk or boiling hot water or normal milk. Personal choice, okay? Now, how long does buttercream last for? If you use water or condensed milk, whatever you've got left, you can put in an airtight container, pop it in the fridge and save it for as long as the date on the packet. If you use milk, you have to use it within a few days. So, all chopped in, and we're going to give this a beating of its life again. So all I'm going to do is pulsate, and pulsate means just turning it on and off, just so it all incorporates. I think you can see it there. I'll get my arm out of the way. Right, then as soon as it gets like that, we're going for it. Now I do usually beat it quite a while, just so it turns sort of as white and as pale and fluffy as I can. The problem is you can sometimes overbeat, and I spoke to a lady today, when you overbeat, it basically means it's going to put loads of air holes into your buttercream. So I'm going to show you what to do with that, and I will show you what to do with it. When you overbeat, so this one I've just here, and I'd actually slightly overbeat that. So can you see all the air pockets there? Okay, so don't beat in again, so don't get a stirrer and start stirring, okay? Paddle it in. So just smooth it in. And if you just keep smoothing it in with all your colouring, that will then take out your air. Okay, so it's quite important that you don't keep beating. So if your buttercream has got lots of air in, it's important that you do it this way. Yeah? So you'll see that I'm not stirring with a spoon, going crazy. I'm just flattening it out. Now the consistency, let me just get a bit of colour with it.
You want to show the colours again?
Yeah, I'm going to show the colours again. So I'm just going to put a drop into this. You get that there. There's the jade there. So the consistency, you only need a little drop. So I think you missed that there before, John, but just put a drop in. And then all you're going to do is keep paddling again. And then paddling again stops you getting all those bubbles in your buttercream. Yeah? So if I'm going to show you now, I'm going to show you now what I mean. So my buttercream here. So can you see how it's all smoothed out to where you could see all the bubbles before?
That's lovely.
And the other thing is, it's very hard for me to show you guys, but I watch everybody say to people, it's got to be a firm consistency. It must not be firm. Okay, I don't want to say soft because I don't want you all making sloppy buttercream, but it really does have to be a soft medium buttercream, if that makes sense. You need to be able to squeeze this easily out of your bag. And the other thing is you have to adapt it to the type of weather it is. Now in the UK, we're normally usually cold all year, but we do have some hot days, and we had a great May, some really nice hot days in May, and some nice hot days in June, if anyone can remember them. The problem then is it melts, and it melts very quickly. So you have to work with it again. So I know when I had people on classes, we had to keep putting the filled bags of buttercream in, but can you see how this is? Do you want to show them yourself that that's not firm? Cherry paper, that's good, isn't it? You want to show it to the camera?
Sorry, I'm just enjoying this buttercream. This is so nice.
Pull this out right.
But this is one thing me and my friend were saying, that your icing sugars give a smoother buttercream anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is so nice. Look at that.
It's easy, isn't it? Nice
That would
and
be
smooth.
lovely for all piping. Look at
Yeah,
that.
you got me facing John.
Sorry.
Elizabeth?
That
Got it?
okay?
Yeah.
Look at that. Lovely.
Right, so here we are back to my...
My midnight snack.
Okay.
So nice.
So here we are to my bit in the mixer here. And I just want to see if I can point out again. I've not actually overbeat this too much, but you can see the holes in there. Can you see the holes in there? Don't know if it shows up very well. Yeah. So that's when I'm saying when you add colour, make sure you paddle it out when you add the colour rather than keep mixing them in like that. Okay. So don't stir once you start to add the colour. Start to paddle them out. So as I say, I sent a message to a lady today who was doing really well with her cupcakes, and I just said, I hope you don't mind me saying, but I think you're just either overbeating your buttercream or are you using margarine. The one thing I will not use is margarine for buttercream. Now I know some people don't agree with me on that. What do you think?
Butter.
It's got to be butter, hasn't it? Buttercream is called buttercream because you use butter. So
Soft subject, sensitive subject,
it's a very
Let's forget that subject.
And if Jackie's watching, I will tell you again, Jackie.
She is, and she's mentioned stork already.
Oh
She
my gosh.
I know, Jackie's a big fan of using stores. Anyhow, we'll move on, Jackie. And Jackie will be here next week. I haven't told her, but she did say I've got Wright's Baking in next week, doing lots of delicious bakes and breads. And Jackie's coming along to join us, so I'm hoping Richard contacted her today. And if she hasn't had a contact from Richard, there you go, Jackie, you've just been told. You're back here next week. So, what are we going to do with you now?
Shall we do a square cake?
I think we
Shall we
should.
cover the square cake and then
Yeah.
we'll go on with The
decorating.
unicorn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do the square cake. So
Brilliant.
back to the smoothers, and I'll go and do some more colouring.
When did I do? I did a live in my own group on a square cake on what night was it, Carol?
Was it Friday night?
Friday night.
Was it Saturday? I can't remember.
One of the nights.
It's in the early hours of the morning.
And it was
when
the
I
first
watching it.
time I'd done a square cake in 6 months. So this is the second time. So it's kind of alien to me still, but I think it'll be fine, dead easy. So square cakes, can we get a wow for the people who have problems with
But
square
you know
cakes?
what, Berina, don't worry, because the whole thing about doing Facebook Live is that people want to see you do this really well,
Yeah.
but what they really do want to see is when you make a mistake, how to put that mistake right.
Well,
Because that's what happens with them. They make a mistake, they get a tear, they get a rip, and then they go into meltdown. So if that happens with you, so it's good it's your second one, if that happens with you, they want you to be telling them how to do it. Don't panic. That's the answer. Don't panic.
Every problem is fixable.
We do this.
Oh, that's another one. Anything that's flexible is fixable. Anything that's flexible is fixable. So that's flexible, it's fixable.
Do you think that's why you do that funny face? Because you're not panicking?
Probably. Yeah.
They're all going to be watching your video now.
Good. If they're not, they're really good. Right, so we're going to do a square cake. I'm going to move this round one out the way. So wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Just washing my cloth, I won't do a minute. Sorry, just need to wash my dishcloth and then I'll stop all the noise.
Okay, we need this back.
There you go. Do you need greaseproof paper?
I have some. Thank you. So more sugar paste. So my 6-inch square is a little bit shallower, but a square does take up a little bit more sugar paste. So I'm still going to measure out the 600 grams. Bit much. That'll do. If you're using Sugarpaste Direct, make sure you keep it in your blue bag and slice it like I did there. And for storing it, this blue bag must be nice and tight. Put this away, okay? Because this blue bag is what keeps it fresh. Just in case anybody didn't know that. Okay. Just a bit of Trex again, and we'll need this in.
Why have you used Trex on the bottom and not corn flour?
Because corn flour is dry, and that will dry out my sugar paste faster than I want it to. With Trex, just makes it nice and silky and much more pliable. But I like to roll out in corn flour, so it's a little bit more dry on the cake. And there's no stickiness at all. There's no stickiness in that. Like, if I was to just use corn flour or a plain worktop, this would be sticking to my hands. But because I'm using Trex, it's not happening. A lot of sugar paste say ready to roll. That still means you need to knead it. You don't just take it out the pack and roll it. You still need to knead it to activate the gum. So that's that done. I'm going to wet the cake again. Kitchen roll. Can't stress this enough. When you're wetting the cake, make sure you wet the whole cake. Any bits that you leave dry can leave you air bubbles. And make sure you use a quality kitchen roll if you're doing it this way, so it doesn't shred on the cake. Make sure you get the bit at the bottom, the tops. And I'll tell you why I use a drum as well, because I'm sure some of you are sitting there going, why is she using a drum? One, it's easier to crumb coat, like ganache. Two, when you have a really, really tall cake, like 5-inch, 6-inch, and you go to lift a board underneath, it flexes. When it flexes, your level cake is no longer level. because it squishes the buttercream from underneath. If you use a drum, it's absolutely solid. It's not going to go anywhere, okay? Much better, more sturdy for stacking as well. So I've wet all that. I'm going to roll out my icing and get that covered. Okay?
Right. While you're wetting your icing, just let me show what I've done here as well. Okay. When it's winter here, I prepared the nozzles here. So when it's winter, what I normally do is I'd wet a damp dishcloth, just have one for your baking. I normally stick it in the bottom of the bowl and I'll stand these. Anybody who's watching me last week saw me have all my nozzles in the bowl. Because it's winter now, this hardens up and crusts over very quickly. So it's handy just to have a nice damp cloth just to stop them crusting over. Now you don't need to do that in the summer because it stays soft, the buttercream, but in the winter just watch out for that, so keep them nice and soft. Yeah, and we're back to Berina drum. So is everybody enjoying this tonight? Are you learning lots, everybody? So keep those thumbs up and love hearts going, just let Berina know how well she's doing. I'm hoping to get her back for another Facebook Live after Christmas.
If we go to that Indian, I'll come back. That Indian was amazing. I'll come back for that. Right, I have a wee air bubble. Where did I put that thing?
Are you all glad to get the kids back to school? Start doing your baking again?
There we go. I really do advise leaving the crumb coat overnight rather than the fridge, unless you're in a country where you must refrigerate your cakes, because refrigerating can make the icing sweat, which makes it more difficult to work on the cake and get it nice and sharp. So squares, squares are everyone's nemesis, usually. So we'll make this easy. So this is rolled out to 3mm, perfect, nice and even all the way around. No chunky bits, no thin bits, all 3mm. Pop it over. Don't pull too much. There we go. Get the top, any air bubbles out the top. Seal the corners so it doesn't rip at the corners. See those sharp ganache corners? And if it rips, you can fix it with a smoother. I've ripped many. Many cakes I've ripped. When you're sitting trying to do, see, there we go, we've ripped it there, but it's fine.
Well, it's good for you to
These are ganached. This ganache is solid. It's like, I don't know if any of you have covered dummy cakes, but it's so rigid, like a dummy cake.
This is real cake that you're doing?
Oh yes, this is real cake. We baked these last night. We baked these last night and we just used the Maisie sponge recipe. So nothing too fancy, nothing too firm, just a nice plain sponge. Okay. So you see we're not pulling this, we're kind of opening up the plate. We're just unfolding it. Unfold, pat, unfold, stroke it down. Okay. A little bit at a time. So that already looks good when you've ganache, but we want to really sharpen that up. Really, really nice, sharp, crisp corner and edge. So we'll cut off the excess. You'll notice my excess is all clean because I've ganached. I don't have any bits of buttercream or ganache on there. So you can wrap that up and reuse it. You can use it as modelling paste with tallow powder, so it's not wasted. And we are going to get the upside down method plate again. I'm going to pop it on. So we're going to start with these corners first while the sugar paste is still nice and wet and pliable. Thank you very much, Maria. We'll have a get a grip smoother. We'll get this one. So for these don't have the get a grip on them yet. I'm going to get, just make sure my hand is clean. So we kind of want to mould the cake to this corner, okay? So we do a little bit of rubbing here first, all right? Okay, so we get this edge here, but we also want this at the bottom, the sugar paste to be flush with the smoother, okay? So we can mould that up, down a little bit. This is where this thing comes in really handy, okay? Bit of corn flour, stops it sticking. And then we'll rub this up and down. See how when you've dabbed a bit of corn flour on there's no stickiness, no dramas. Rub it down till that corner is achieved. There.
It doesn't matter whether you use a round or a square plate, does it?
No. Just depends on what you're comfortable using and flipping over. Okay. So. Got a bit crazy on that one, but then we've got a wee knife.
We have, yeah.
I get a wee knife just to cut that off.
Is this one okay, not that?
Yeah, that'll do. So we can chop off any excess. I'm gonna do the next one. A bit of corn flour on it to begin with, so we don't have any dramas. Make sure your hand's clean. Just make sure that's molded. Okay, I think that one is achieved. Next one, a bit of corn flour on it. Make sure your hand's clean for gripping this side. Other side, bit of corn flour. Make sure your hand's clean for gripping this side. You're manipulating the sugar paste into this corner, okay? So we have corners. We're gonna go around and make sure these edges, we have sharp edges as well, okay? So we'll just go around with the grip, get a grip smoother.
Somebody asking questions, John?
Any questions I need to answer?
We're all totally absorbed, are
Mesmerised.
we? Yeah.
Are we doing good? What are we doing? We have messages.
Just one question. Would you be able to use it if you were doing a 12-inch cake, seeing as the biggest board's only 12 inches?
The reason I haven't made it any bigger is because I would think flipping over a 12 or 14 inch cake is nearly impossible. I think the biggest you can flip over is a 10. For your 12 inch and 14 inch, 15 inch and bigger cakes, you would use that on top, that on the side, and just use it the traditional way.
Yeah. It's a bit more harder work
Yeah.
to get it done. The thing
It takes a bit longer, but
The thing with doing it this way, it makes it quicker, the whole process
Yeah.
quicker.
But in my 4 years as a cake maker, I've done 3 12-inch cakes. That's all. Everything else has been 10, 8 and 6. Maybe that's the area I'm in, but in my time I've only done 3 12-inch cakes. So, just pushing that down.
Rachel said she tried this method today, but the edges sank back down later. She said she used crusting buttercream.
Does she use these plates?
Don't know.
Because these are on pre-order
Yeah,
and
no.
they won't be sent till
No,
next week.
she's done it a different way. She hasn't used the plates.
If you haven't used the plates, I can't answer for any other materials or products you've used. The only way I would say it sank at the edges if you maybe had a buttercream top that was too high, too much buttercream, or when you've put the pressure on the cake, you've put too much pressure on and it's pushed them down. If it sank later on, possibly the cake wasn't in a temperature where the buttercream could hold up under the icing. There could be so many factors here. It could be the sugar paste was too thick. There could be so many
The
things.
biggest problem though, when that happens, is they put too much buttercream on.
Yeah.
That's the biggest problem. I think people don't realise that you only need a very thin coat when you use sugar paste.
Let me just get these air bubbles out.
Because I think people cover the cake. They should do it like a naked cake, shouldn't they? A thin coat. If they're using buttercream.
Yeah, it's how much they fill it as well, and all sorts of things that can get in the way of.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're pushing this down too hard, you're going to get a sinkage, okay? So we're getting an edge there. Just going to scrape this ganache off here because it's getting all over my hand.
So John, do you want to see what I'm doing here then?
Yeah. And then I'll flip this around.
Okay, so I'm using the 1M Wilton here, okay, and what I'm going to do is just two-tone it. I've actually, for Berina's unicorn cake, I've actually put all 5 colours in here because that's what she's going to do a big swirls with, and I've got my leaf tip ready there for my own cake here. So I'm just keeping those up because I don't want them to crust over. And then I've put this in the middle. And then I'm just going to put, when you want John back, Berina, just shout out.
Okay.
So I'm just putting the pink in the centre here. And then we've made these cupcakes today just as a little extra really. You've seen me make these before. And all we've done here is, did you make a 6-ounce cake mix? Was it 4-ounce cake mix? You need very little cake mix for these. And my advice would be is to buy these ice cream cones and make sure they're not broken on the bottom, because if they're broken on the bottom, the cake mix just comes out the bottom and you'll lose it. These are okay to use, okay, and when they cool down, they do come out, but when they're hot, see this opens up, so sometimes you might find those struggling to get out. So what I've done here is I've just used just to get the colours coming through, all I've done there is just do the rose swirl. So anybody who wants to know how to use the rose swirl, you must start in the centre of the cake, okay? So we're going to go into the centre of the cake, and just let me get the colour going a minute. Right, so I've done yellow on the outside, so you start in the centre of the cake, you go round and round and off, yeah? So I'm going to do this a few times for you. Okay, so you go to the centre of the cake and you overlap yourself. Yeah? So centre of the cake, be tight, overlap yourself. And the reason you overlap yourself is so that you get that nice little bud effect inside. Okay? So we're just going to go around again. So just overlap. Hope you can see that well. Yeah, doesn't matter where you finish. I'm going to show you what to do with those in a minute. And we're just going to do it again. Overlap. And then I've got the 352 Wilton prepared. So where I finished the cake, when you're piping as well, you know the rim of your piping bag, try not to have it that way down because it will sort of damage your flour. So where that is there now, what we're going to do is we're just going to go in and we're going to make a leaf. Yeah, so we're going to go in that one and we're going to make a leaf. Going to go in this one and we're going to make a leaf here. And these are great. You know, do you remember when I did these for you a few weeks ago? I did them for like kiddies, but these are great if you want these for like a girly party. Your daughter's grown up, makes them feel a little bit special that they've got nice roses on the cake. So do you like that, guys? So that's 2 tips there. Now, for those of you who are buying the unicorn cake, you get this Wilton 1M in the cake, okay, in your kit. You can buy them separate. The Wilton 1M is £1.99 on the website, and the 352 is I think £1.50 or £1.99, I can't remember. But they are that fantastic effect, and I can't remember how much the stands are, but I'm sure Rob Allen will help me out there. So anyhow, I just thought I'd quickly show you that. I'm going to save these 2 for Mrs. Whippy. I maybe should have saved a few more. So while John goes back to Berina, I'm just going to bag up my Mrs. Whippy bag.
Okay, so square cake. I actually seem to be better at working on tall cakes than do short cakes.
And by the way, did you like me ice cream cakes? How many loves and likes did we get? Did we get many, John?
You didn't ask for any.
Didn't ask for any. Oh no!
Right, here we go. We're going to flip it back around.
Oh, here's all the loves and likes. Oh, thanks, guys. Just to let you know, the cake stand for the cone is £7.99. So that's under the Wilton brand. So if you go to the shop by brand Wilton, it's £7.99 for that stand. So I'm hoping all those love hearts and likes are for me, or are they for Berina? Don't know. You can start hers now.
Okay, we're ready to flip it back round. Bear in mind, square cakes aren't my forte. Round cakes all day long. Ready? There we go.
That's fairly flat.
That's
But it is flat.
Pretty flat, pretty sharp. Not too bad for not having my own rolling pin, my own kitchen.
Oh, what a shame.
I know, got it. Okay, it's not bad. Not too bad at all. Okay.
I think it's perfect, to be fair, for where I'm standing.
Fussy though. Fussy though. It's alright.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. So what do we think, guys? Are we liking this?
Do we love this?
I don't know. We've got to wait 30 seconds for them to come through.
Yes, lots of loves.
Woo!
Oh, we're starting.
Keep them going, keep them going. Come on.
Any questions? Oh, yeah, they're all coming now, Berina.
Brilliant.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, look, there's loads of them. Hundreds are coming along.
That took me a while anyway. Actually, that square cake of the 10-inch one I did the other night took me less time because it was bigger and heavier and easier for me to handle. But that was, how long, does anybody know how long that took us?
Oh, to do that cake? Oh, I don't know. You know what we should time these
About
things?
10-15 minutes maybe,
Yeah.
which isn't that bad for covering a cake.
Yeah.
I've got an air bubble, but I can't find my pen. It doesn't matter. We're done. This is great. This looks
There
good
it is,
to me.
there it is.
Is that it? I can't see it. I can't see it. Light is about me. Okay, so I had an air bubble on my edge there. I'm going to repair it. Where's my angled smoother? Get back in there. Okay. These boards for the upside down method are particularly good for square cakes because the way that we did this before with the original sets was we had one up here and we bounced this up and down. But what we automatically did was we pushed this with our fingers and ended up with little hills, little angled bits. But if we put that on a flat, giant Flexi Smoother board, we don't get that issue. We get a nice flat top. Okay? Happy? Everybody loving this? Am I getting lots of love, John?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lots.
Right, are we doing unicorn? Oh my goodness, I'm going to try Nifty Nozzle for the first time ever, aren't I?
Here we go. Right, so John, just very quickly, while we do Mrs. Whippy, okay? So the Mrs. Whippy nozzle, okay, this, everybody loves this. This is probably our top selling nozzle, the Mrs. Whippy. And this is so easy. You don't need to put any crumb coat on your cake. All you're going to do, I'll start off with this one, all you're going to do is sit, squeeze, 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 and twist off. And I'll just do this one here, so I'll lift that up so you can get there. So squeeze, 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 twist off.
Show them on the other side, pretty pretty on the other side, look at that.
Oh well. I think I've got something stuck in my nozzle there, and I didn't get it on that side. So I think I've got something stuck in my nozzle there, and it's possibly, don't know what I've got stuck in it there, but anyhow. So there we go. How fab are them? The kids love those. And all I've done, I've just two-toned that, okay? I've two-toned it with the yellow on the outside, and I used the jade on the inside. So we were liking them, and that's the Mrs. Whippy. And I'll find out what the fault is with that. In fact, I can see what it is. I've cut my bag, don't know, I can see I've cut my bag dodgy, and it's going over one of the things. When you cut your piping bags, you need to cut them so that they're in line with the openings. And what I've done here, on this one round here, the piping bag's going over the nozzle. Yeah? So with these you can also space them out a little bit as well. So let's just see. Could do that one anyhow. I'll mess about with that afterwards. So we're back to you, Berina. What do you want me to come and tidy up before we start? Are you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm making a horn.
Oh, you're making a horn, right?
Yeah.
Good. You make your horn then.
I'm using, this smells so good.
Pardon?
This smells amazing.
Yeah.
It smells like marshmallows. What is that? That's Cake Star one. Cake Star white colour
Cake Star modelling paste.
paste, yeah.
Right, that's on our website as well. The Cake Star modelling paste.
Brilliant.
I'll have a little clean up here.
You got, is that yours? Colour Splash?
Yeah,
Stop
the Colour
that.
Splash. It's not mine. People do think that product's mine. It's not. I just really like it.
So I'm actually mixing a little bit of the powder into the modelling paste because I don't have like my airbrush or my vodka here to paint this with. So I'm mixing it into the modelling paste. I had a horn somewhere, a skewer. So this is my unicorn cake. I'm going to put that right here, right the middle. Okay, so just a skewer, food safe, kebab skewer. Okay, you can make this separately in advance and pop it on your cake later on, but we're going to improvise tonight. So I've mixed a little bit in there. Obviously it's not shiny, but we're going to fix that soon. A little bit of tricks. It's a bit excessive, Berina. So I'm going to roll this out into like a big sausage. You see here, John? Big sausage. I'm not going to be fussy about making this perfect, because I'm busted to get onto these nozzles. I want to try them.
Are we finished with all these? Can I move these out of the way?
We are finished with the smoothers for now, okay? We're just going to finish our unicorn, or do our unicorn, okay? So that'll do. Start at the back, roll that around the skewer. Skewer might be taller. That's not perfect, but we want to make that a bit more even. Do we have scissors we can cut the skewer with?
There we go. There we go.
Brilliant, thank you. So I'm going to cut a bit off because it's a bit big. Right, everybody close your eyes.
Close your eyes.
There we go.
Right, if anybody wants to know what I'm doing while she does her unicorn cake, okay?
Tricks, a little bit tricks. Can I use this pot for the dust, Karen?
So I'm just actually opened up a packet of Karen Davies sugar paste, okay? So Berina said, what would I do to decorate the square cake? So I thought, you know what, I've got the Buttercream flowers mould. Now this mould has been our top selling mould, okay? It's made by Karen Davies, she was here a couple of months ago. I will tell you, it is for sugar paste, okay? And why they called it Buttercream flowers, I don't know, but I have answered this question 100 times.
It's because they look like buttercream flowers.
But what does Buttercream flowers look like?
Like that.
Flowers are flowers.
Okay.
Hey, how many Buttercream flowers have you seen in the garden?
Oh, no.
Right, so anyhow, so people keep asking me that why is it called Buttercream flowers? It's what Karen's daughter, she designed the mould and that's what she wanted to call it and that's the end of it. But it is for sugar paste. So what I thought I would do is, while she has a go at, while Berina has a go at using Nifty Nozzles, I'm going to get to show you how she does them in a minute, I'm going to quickly use this mould. It's $17.99 on the website. You get 12 flowers on there, which includes your buds. You get some leaves as well. And I just want to show you how easy it is. So what are you ready? Are you ready?
I'm going to show them how to luster stuff without vodka.
Okay, right, well 1 second, just let me do this. So we're going to dust the this mould here, yeah? And with the Karen Davies stuff, she did say you don't have to put it back in a bag straight away. So all you do is give it a good dusting. Then you tap it out, so make sure you tap out all the excess, yeah? Then you give her mould a roll it, and you put it in, okay? I'm going to make a few of these because I want to use this, and I'm just going to dust and spray a few of these. There you go, thanks. This is how easy it is, and I'll make the big one. I'm sorry I'm holding back on you, Berina. Do you need John back with you right now?
No, I'm waiting, I'm good.
So just a little bit too much buttercream. Everybody who's invested in this mould has loved it.
It's quite a lot of mould for your money though, isn't it?
Well, it's a massive mould. You get 12 flowers in there, and I think
the leaves are stunning though.
the leaves are. Do the leaves, right? Just a minute, let me do this big one. So there you go, big one. And this big one, just while I'm talking about it, what Karen did show us, you don't have to just make that big one from there. You can, because there's different layers, you can actually pop it in and make the smaller one. Let me do this a minute. So just let me push it in there. And you just bend it down, make sure you keep to that. I think I'm on the second or third layer up. So, and then you could do that fourth layer and then do the fifth. But let's just do that one. And then let's pop these out. Show you how easy they are
Wow.
to pop out. So you see how that Can you see there the different layers? So you could do the bud. I wouldn't do it with the first layer, but I've just done it on that second layer. Then you could do the third layer, a bigger flower, and then the fourth one all the way around. So and that just popped out, you saw how easy that was, that just popped out there. So while Berina shows you how to do the ears and the horn, I'm just going to make a few more flowers. Yeah?
Okay.
So I'll let you go back to that.
So we're doing the horn. If you don't want to paint things with vodka or airbrush them, you simply just lightly cover the area you want to cover with luster with a bit of Trex. You can do this on a whole entire cake and you won't taste the Trex, it will dry. So I covered that in Trex. I'm using the Colour Splash Rose Gold, and you can see when I'm applying that, it's so nice and shiny. Okay. Pop that down. So just keep going back with the brush, apply. You can do this with gold, with any colour and luster, it's brilliant.
Someone just said, did you mention vodka?
Doing it without vodka.
She got distracted, so it's been done without vodka.
Yeah.
This is with Trex, so you lightly brush a little bit of Trex onto the area you want lustered. Not everybody can use vodka. And
Well,
then
for religious reasons they can't.
religious reasons, allergies, all sorts of things.
Well, I'm allergic to alcohol, so I can't use it.
So I can.
I'm sure John only married me so I don't, because I don't drink. So I can drive him home from the pub.
So
Hey, John?
lightly paint, lightly cover the area you want lustered in Trex. And then you go over with the dust. And it's really, 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 really pretty. Look at that. Just go over it. Let's just pop it off. Woo. It's alright. Anything that's flexible is fixable. Okay.
I'm on fire on it here. Are you boiling hot?
I'm good. Right, so turn this cake round to you. This will be the front. There's always a back to a cake, isn't there? This is the bit perfect for the front. Okay, I'm gonna get these scissors without cutting myself. Get the skewer, pop that back down. Actually, it's a bit too big. I'm just gonna pop a little bit of this off. If you do have to break this off, you need to seal it with chocolate or like safety seal or something. So, but we're not eating this cake, so we're just going to plonk it back on. We're not eating this, are we, Carol?
I'll give it to the warehouse boys tomorrow.
Well,
They'll be happy, they don't care.
mind them to take the horn out. Okay, so that's the horn on. We've not damaged this lovely white sugar paste. It's still shiny.
They look forward to Tuesdays in the warehouse.
Alcohol free. So if you can't use it for religious reasons, if you want to be super duper quick or something, you can just use Trex, okay? And you can do this on the whole entire cake if you want to. Just get a nice big brush, get it lustered on. I've done that before. I'm ready to do, oh no, I need to do some ears. Okay, ears, sorry. Can I wash my hands quickly because my hands are covered in bronze? Is that alright? Sorry.
Yeah, so I'm just dusting away here. If you get, I'm really warm me tonight. When you make your mould, I haven't always got it right to know how much to put in, but if you put too much in, just take it back out and peel it off. So I'm just going to, so while she's being busy with that. That's the Colour Splash, £2 a pot those are, okay? So £2 a pot, they're excellent value. You get 5 grams in. Now some people have said to me, why is the pot not full? It's about the weight of the contents, not how full the pot is, okay? A lady messaged me, and also the density of some of the colours as well. The Colour Splash powder colours do have different densities. So I'll be busy making these for you all.
Okay, so
Square
I'll
one.
make some ears then, is that okay?
Yeah, on them.
I'll make the spacers. Where did I put the spacers?
Oh, I've moved them here.
Lovely,
Yeah.
thank you. Wasn't made for a change. Okay,
I do not.
so I'm going to roll this out to 3mm. These are so handy. You can even do stripes with these, by the way. They're perfect ones for stripes. Nice and neat. So roll that out to 3mm for the first part, the back of the ear. I'm going to use rose petal cutter,
Yeah.
large rose petal cutter, 2 of them, and we're going to use for the rose gold part, the smaller one, medium rose petal cutter. Again, roll it out to 3mm.
Getting a lot in this session, aren't we,
There
today?
we go, loads.
Right.
Right.
How to cover a square cake, a round cake, a unicorn cake, ice cream cone cakes, and I'm
Brilliant.
using the Karen Davies Buttercream Mould.
Brilliant.
Hey, you get it all here at Sugar and Crumbs.
You do. Right,
Free
so I'm going to
flag.
stick this on now. Bit of glue. Bit of glue.
How long does the colour splash last after it's been opened?
What powders?
the date on it? What's the thing?
I don't know.
They don't really go out of date, the powders. But let me
What
have a
about the
look.
gel?
Oh, the gel. They've got like a 4-year lifespan on them. To be fair, once they start using the gels, they'll always be using them.
So I just dropped a bit, so I'm going to do another bit.
The gels as well are £1.65 if they want to buy them individually, which is very, very reasonable compared to other gels.
So glue the back of this bit that's going to be rose gold. Stick it onto the white part. And other bit. Pop it onto the white part. Now again, this is live, so this wouldn't be as neat as I would do at home, but I think it's suitable to show you how to use some of the stuff. I want a little bit of
We always need to say to our audience as well that when we come on here, we are doing everything in a rush. You know, we've got 1.5 to 2 hours to do things.
well, I'm sure
But
my
we
cake-
have done a
yeah.
hell of a lot in that time.
Yeah.
And I always try and squash as much in as we can.
Yeah.
So I admit that not everything always looks perfect on the night, but it's all about showing people. And it's all about bringing people who want to have a go at baking or cake decorating, showing them how easy. Yours is much more for the professional, but mine is for aiming at people that think, you know what, I'd like to do that. And she showed me it's easy enough for me to do.
So where's that one? Can I get that knife again, Carol? So
Yeah.
that bit's done. I'm going to stick these on. We're just going to take a little bit off the bottom. And we're going to curve these. I'm going to put a bit of glue. You can put cocktail sticking down here. I'm just going to secure it with a bit of Squire's glue because that stuff is solid. It's brilliant. I use it for my sugar flowers. There we go. So we'll put a wee ear right here. I'm going to turn these round and check it. You guys tell me if that's not even in there.
If it's even.
If
What
it's
do you
even,
think, Jo?
yeah, because
You
it's
have to mention it.
facing you. So
Never,
You
I've never,
tell
I've never
me.
seen a unicorn.
you never seen? Have you never seen a unicorn?
No,
Don't
missing,
missing
missing
out
out.
on life.
No, I can't believe you've never seen a
Do you
unicorn.
not see them after a bottle of wine?
Right. Is that even? Is that evenly spaced? Does that look anything like the start of a real unicorn?
No one else has seen a unicorn, so you'll get away with it. No one knows if his ears are symmetrical.
I've got in there with my buttons and everything. I've got buttons. I haven't got buttons today. Well, I've got in there with something. Right, okay. Is that even enough? Have we got some nozzles? I'm dying to get piping here.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right, let's get the
Are you
table.
ready to go?
Let's get the turntable then.
Oh, here come the nerves.
This is the main event.
I'm good without a turntable to start because I don't use turntables really
Do you
so much.
not?
No.
Well, how are you going to turn it around to get everything on then?
With my hands.
And are you going to pipe so that they can see it that way, or are you
Yeah,
going to face
so
it
I'm
to
gonna-
you?
Here.
Because John can come behind you if you
Yeah.
like.
We'll do some here where we've got more space
Right.
to mess up.
Okay.
And then we'll go around the front.
Right,
With
okay.
less space to
Well,
set.
what I've done is I've done a multicoloured with 5 colours in
Okay.
for your swirls.
Okay. Pretty.
There is your rose, which is the ruby.
Lovely.
We've done starburst in the pink. There we go. These are the genuine Russian piping tips, ladies. These are not the Chinese copies. These are the ones made by Alexander himself, the original designer. And this one is it Night Jasmine?
Right, can I get like a whole load of hearts and loves for my first time trying this?
Right, do you remember what I said? You need to wet your cake.
Oh yeah, you need to wet the, apparently, well yeah,
So-
okay, so like we need to like wet the cake a little bit where,
Just very, very lightly, because this is sugar paste, okay, just very, very, with the tip of your finger, wipe in the area that you're going to put your buttercream onto. Otherwise it may not stick, because you need to have a base. Okay, so not a lot of water, Berina, just a tiny bit. Just a bit of tissue to wipe it off.
No, it's fine, it's plenty, that'll do. Right, I'm dying to get going with this. Wish me luck!
Wish you luck,
Yeah,
go
lots
on.
of loves.
Oh, the nerves are going.
And go.
Right, okay.
Right.
Okay, we're...
Do you want me
Okay,
to show you?
no.
You've got to sit
I'm on
it
a mission.
top. You're on a mission. Is this the
Getting
Berina
there.
way?
You're getting there, that's it.
You get into a wee rhythm. There we go.
Make sure you sit the nozzle onto the cake. Don't hold it above.
Get another one. Where's the other colours? We haven't used this one yet. I've used this one before.
Oh, the one end.
Right, hold on. Can you guys come around here so I'm piping towards myself? Is that okay? Do you want to come around
Do
here?
it around here.
Yeah.
Come on.
See around here.
Don't do that yet until they get the
Yeah. Are we ready?
hold.
Yeah?
Action. Go on.
Can do that one. Right, let's try these again. So a centimetre down,
You sit it on your cake,
okay?
and then you squeeze till you come a centimetre high. Release and off.
You're not sitting on the cake.
Okay.
Actually, touch it.
You've got to touch the cake.
That's it.
Otherwise, you get that funny base that you're getting.
Yeah.
And then when you get to 1 centimetre, just stop. Just stop. See, look, you've
Come on,
done
you
that.
show me, Carol. Come on, you show me, because you're the pro. I don't know how to do this. Here we
Don't
go.
know how to do this.
I'm
okay.
wrecking this unicorn.
So where is? No, you're not wrecking it, because look at that. You've done well there. Look, those have come out. That one's a beauty. This one's really nice, and the jasmine ones. So you've just got a bit. So let's just see. So this one, which one are we using there? So see there, that's got a little blob. I don't know if John can see it. So see there, that one's got a little blob. Okay. Don't think you panicked. And also your cake's a bit too wet, Berina.
Okay.
So just go straight back in on top, squeeze up 1 centimetre and off. So if you think that you've wrecked your cake, you haven't, okay? Just go straight back in on top again.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is,
Fix that first one.
and we're going to go in there, and we're going to squeeze up 1 centimetre and we're off. Yeah?
Okay.
I tell you what, you've made some mistakes there. That one was too low, okay? So you've really got to sit it onto the cake, squeeze and off. And where's the line? Look, there it is. So because that rose is too small, I'm just going to go straight back on the cake, squeeze up 1 centimetre and off.
Brilliant.
And give it a bit more definition. Squeeze 1 centimetre off. Squeeze 1 centimetre off. And I've cocked up there myself now. So,
Okay.
so do you want to just dry your cake
Yeah.
a little bit there? So if we just go there, I'll just show you again.
Can I see
On
this
the
bit
clear
here?
one.
Can we totally remove that, because that is really getting
Yeah.
right in my way of life. Here we go.
Right.
We do a Russian one there.
Yeah, okay then. So what we'll do there then is we'll stick that yellow one back on there that you've now
Yeah.
smudged.
Okay, brilliant.
Yeah.
Lovely.
And then we'll stick this one.
So things are repairable with this if you
Yeah.
do a Berina.
Yeah.
Totally go in.
Yeah, I
blind.
mean it's a bit difficult because I'm going over the top of yours, so I'd rather just do my own. So onto the cake, squeeze up 1 centimetre off. See how mine's
Lovely.
nice and neat? Squeeze 1 centimetre off. And I don't know how you want to do your unicorn cake. So squeeze 1 centimetre up.
No one notices the flowers.
Squeeze 1 centimetre. Do they care?
CH.
CH. So straight onto the cake, squeeze up 1 centimetre off.
What colours would you use for this board? They're lovely.
We use the colour splash for this as well. I can't remember now what we used, but I think we used the blue, the lemon. I think they're the same colours.
The rainbow ones.
We used the same as in the unicorn, apart from that was the strawberry colour.
Okay.
And we used the blue. So that was blue, strawberry, lemon. Or it might have been, actually I'll have to have a look. It might have been sunflower and pistachio. So you're going to finish that now? You're going to get on?
Let me have a go at this then. Okay, here we go. I'm not very good at taking instructions. She's watching me. So touch the cake.
Well, it's good for them to see that you've never used them.
Oh, go on! Look, come see that. Go on, go on.
So it's good for them to see that you've never used the nozzles, and this is your first time.
That's my, see, hold on, let me find it. That is my one. I did that. See, there we go.
Right, so you need to do all the main now, Diane.
Okay,
So come on,
let's do this.
let's get it all down.
Okay.
And the other thing is you need to have this one in occasionally.
Yeah.
Just to,
Get the multicolours in.
yeah. And
Okay.
then you just put it there.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Get a wee rosette in there, maybe. And a little bit of. Gosh. Okay. Maybe mix that up. There we go. We're getting there. Oh. No. Don't tell Carol I did this. She's just pretend.
I'm just letting you get on with it. This is yours. I've got enough trauma here now.
Yay! Get an eye look. Okay, so it really, it's like, if you think about it too much.
That's it. Don't think about it too much. Go straight onto the cake. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
If you think about it too much. Brilliant. Okay, now I'm getting the hang of it.
Can you hear my dog's crying? It's my Daisy crying. I'm just going to go and let her out while you do that minute. Come on, Daisy, come on.
Okay. Lilac one there. The rose one's really lovely. I've got the hang of that one, haven't I? It's not too bad at all. What now? Peach. Or pink. I'm loving this rose one. And I'll just do a unicorn of roses. Lovely. She says go on with this one, didn't she? Okay. Right. So make sure buttercream is smooth and don't think about it too much. And a couple of practices and you should be flying. Okay, so I need a little bit of stuff in here. Okay, get a bit in here. I think we should do some like sprinkles or something on this. This is the only one I ever really pipe with, so this is new for me, complete change. Okay, get a bit more in the main here. What one's going to use here? Get a bit of peach here. Carol, how am I doing here?
I think you're doing very well.
Not bad for
It's not the
never
audience thinks.
ever use them. They shouldn't probably shouldn't tell me what they think. I don't want to cry after this, Carol.
I think
That's
it looks great.
not too bad for having never used it. Can I pretty that up? Have you got anything to pretty that up with, Carol?
I've got anything to pretty what up with?
This. Any sprinkles or anything on?
I didn't bring any in.
No?
No.
Okay, cool.
I should have brought some glitter.
What do you think? Is
I
this
would use
okay?
some rainbow dust glitter
Yeah.
over the top, and I should have brought some in, but they're on our website as well. So are you going to keep going on and finishing that, and I'll quickly go on to this square cake, because I realise we've been here 2 hours now.
2 hours,
I'm enjoying ourselves. So what did everybody think of Berina's First time using Nifty Nozzles. Let me just put this in here a minute. And I'm going to get her square cake. So I've only used a few of the flowers on here, and the ones I've used is this one, this one, this one, and this one. I'll just get a bit more. Okay, it's such an easy cake to do. So I'm just going to quickly show you how to put these on the sides of the square cake, and then I'm going to let you all go for a cup of tea and come back. So where's your square cake gone? It's there.
Oh yeah. Who's this, John?
Oh, have you leaned on the cake,
John.
No?
Who's leaned on it?
Or Maria.
Have you leaned on it? Oh, look at that.
That's the back of the cake.
I'll have to show you. Have you done it, Simon?
I don't think so.
They're all, look at that.
Simon's
Someone's leaned on the
over
cake. Yeah, put your arm up, John. I'm sure I've just seen one. Look at that. Berina's hard work. Someone's leaned on the bloody cake. Oh, on the cake. And they're all bright red. Well, it's just as well I did some Davies moulds then to cover it up, isn't it? So all I'm going to do is add water. So it's not on a board this really, but it's just to quickly show you. So all I'm going to do is add water on the side. Okay. Out the mould. Just going to put this one on. So there we go. So you don't need perfect straight corners for this one. You're going to have that one there. Going to have this one here. That one there. So easy to decorate with this cake. Okay. Going to go around here. Stick that on there. And on there. This one. Hope Karen's watching tonight. I didn't actually tell her I was using her mould tonight. Let's move that one up so it comes up a little bit, and we'll fold it over that one. I'll put that one in there. I'm going to just overlap, stick that in there, because you can do anything with these you want. Okay, sorry for ruining all your straight edges, but
That's alright.
it's just to show people, and I'm only sticking this on with water, not with glue. So
That would be a lovely tier to a wedding cake.
yeah, it would. I'm going to fold that flower over
Yeah.
there. Let's see how that works.
It's really nice folding over
Folding
here.
that one there,
Brilliant.
and then we'll stick some here. So I hope you're liking this. I've not done this before. I just thought, you know what, let's go completely random and see what we make of it,
It's lovely.
isn't it?
Could you imagine airbrushing that gold?
Well,
That
do you know
would
what I'm going to
be
do?
beautiful.
You've got that you've got that colour, that
Yeah.
thing, haven't you?
Treads
That
into
PME.
bronze.
Let's
Not
just
bronze. Rose gold.
there we go. Let's just go there. And I'll put that one in there. Are they liking this, John?
We are, yeah.
Yeah. Let's go around again.
That's good.
Yeah. I'm going to put that one in the middle, that big one there.
I
I'm
wish
just
I'd
going to
thought
put
of
that there. Pardon?
I wish I'd thought of that myself.
What, instead of doing the unicorn? Left me to the unicorn.
No, I wish I'd thought of that for
But
the
you know, I
wedding
just
cake.
want to show people I'm not a professional cake decorator, and this is what the Sugar and Crumbs Night's all about when I'm here. It's to show people, you know what, you don't have to be professional. You are professional, but for
Well,
me,
self-taught though.
yeah, exactly. So, you know, but those people who are nervous and thinking, oh no, you know, I watch those professionals, I could never do that. Well, yeah, you can, actually. So let's just stick a couple over there. Just stick one here.
You look amazing, Hal.
Yeah, 1 second. And how long is it taking me to do those moulds? Because I didn't actually have any moulds.
No.
So I'm just going to, I could probably do with putting a few more on.
Yeah, if you did the top and everything.
Yeah, but what I'm going to do now is, where's the turntable? Yeah, I've got a turntable. Oh, Maria's on it. So this is only rough because I've realised that we've been here 2 hours now. So you can leave this white if you want to, okay? Or what you could do is, and we sell this on the website as well. Are you liking this, guys? So where's that bronze colour? That bronze spray? There is there. Now we're going to use this one. We're going to use the PME spray, okay? So give it a good shake. Smells gorgeous this. So let's give it a good shake. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to go over the whole cake. This is a lovely brister.
Wow.
How good's that? I'm just going to keep going over. Give it a nice run. Look, sorry about the water on the top. I should have probably dried that off. It just shows you the nice definition. Right, there you go. How long did that take to decorate that cake?
Brilliant.
Minutes. Yeah, you like it? What does everybody think? Does it look right? Sorry about these wet patches up here.
That looks lovely. It looks like an ornament.
What do you think? Do they like it?
Yep.
That's really great.
Right, any
Wow.
questions? Oh, do you think that's good?
Brilliant. That's
We're
really
doing
good.
well, aren't we? High five. Yeah. So, everybody.
Oh, hold on. Just before
Yeah.
we come right here, I'll show you. We have a one-eyed donkey. I mean, unicorn at the moment.
One-eyed donkey. A one-eyed donkey.
Are we okay to come round here? So I'm working up here. So just a little bit of black SPD with a little bit of Tylo powder in it.
Right from around, we stick it on.
Oh, little bit of black Sugarpaste Direct with a bit of Tylo powder, and I've rolled a wee sausage. And just with my large rose petal cutter, I've marked myself a place where I want these eyes. And then all I'm going to do is just stick it on. And we want a little bit of lash and a flick, okay? And it's as easy as that.
Yay, look at that.
Not bad at all,
That's
is
not
it?
bad at all, no?
Lovely.
And it looks great on this sugar paste board. Kim Firth made this. Kim Firth is from Cake Decorator from Worksop, and she was in here a few weeks with Gwen Powell, and she made that very easy, just with leftovers fondant.
Brilliant.
I'll show you.
So any leftovers you have,
Just roll them all together.
bag them for your boards or
That's it.
modelling
Exactly.
paste. Brilliant. Waste nothing.
Right, guys. So do we like it all then? So let me just get this over here. So I'm going to put that over there so you can see that. So let's just go back over everything again. What we've got here tonight. So just to remind you guys, we're ready to let you go and brew up and have a wee and whatever you do. This is the unicorn cake bundle. Okay, so Nifty Nozzles, 4 Nifty Nozzles, the 1M Wilton, 5 colour splash. You can make that. Obviously you need to buy your sugar paste. We've got the ice cream cones, cake stands, $7.99, very easy to make. We've got, this is the last night for this bundle here. Those are very easy to make. This is the last night for this bundle to get this free. So you've got till midnight tonight. This is a super deal, the genuine Russian Nifty Nozzles, okay? We've got the Karen Davies Sugar Paste Mould. Invest in that, that's $17.99. But mainly, what I do want you to do is, I want Berina to just quickly go through her products again with you, and I want you to give her a big round of applause. She's worked hard tonight, she's worked today, and I want you to give her a big round of applause for coming, because she's come all the way from Ireland, Northern Ireland, to see you. So, you know, she's given up 2 days of her time. She arrived yesterday, and these are her super products that if you want to do your square cakes and perfect sides, then you need to be using these. So do you want to tell them quickly again?
So we have
all
the
dirty.
upside down measured plates, which are usually a lot cleaner, in square, 12-inch and 10-inch. We also have them in round, 12-inch and 10-inch, whichever you prefer. I do recommend you have one of each of the sizes at least, because these are better for the smaller cakes. These can have a bit too much wobble for flipping over. We also have the thickness spacers for 3mm thickness. They're good for stripes as well. And we have the Get a Grip Smoother. There is an upgrade on the website for everybody who already has my smoothers. That's my favourite new gadget. And we also have the full set, which has, where's the other, can we get all of them over there?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
We have the Get a Grip in there. We have another large one. We have a medium one. Too small for your little dinky cakes and shortcakes. We have a dainty, tiny little one for blending any mistakes and patch-ups. And we have 3 different sizes of the angled smoothers in there as well.
And you can only get them off us.
You can only get them off Sugar and Crubs at the moment.
Yeah, at the moment. So buy them now.
Buy them now.
Yeah. So, what do we think, everybody? Have you enjoyed that? Okay. So, what I want to do is I want to say a massive thank you for Berina for coming and joining us, and I hope you're going to come and join us again this year. Okay. And we're going to disappear now for about 15 minutes, and then Berina and I are going to come back and do catch up for you. I can't remember what I'm supposed to be telling you. Is there anything I've got to remember to tell everyone, John? Okay. So, it's 16 minutes past 10, and we should be back here about 10:30, 25 to 11, for those of you who want to come back, join us and ask Berina and I some questions about tonight. So go and get a cup of tea, have a wee. I'll see you in 15. Bye bye.